Government insiders have confirmed preparations for what could become one of the biggest cash relief programs in recent years, the Tariff Rebate Checks. If you think stimulus payments are over, think again, because this time the funding isn't borrowed, it's earned. And unlike most news you hear online, what you're about to learn today is based on official U.S. trade documents, treasury sources, and economic reports. So keep watching till the end, because this information could directly impact your next bank deposit. And remember, the updates you'll find here won't appear on other channels. Others speculate. We verify. Here's what's really happening behind closed doors. Over the last several years, the US has collected tens of billions in import tariffs from countries like China, Mexico, and India. Instead of letting that money sit idle, new policy discussions suggest that a large portion will be returned to American citizens as direct rebate payments. That means your everyday spending on goods, from electronics to vehicles, could soon pay you back. This isn't just a government relief plan, it's a trade-backed financial return, and it's happening because America is finally redirecting foreign tariff profits to its own people. So when we say tariff rebate checks, we're talking about real payments backed by real revenue, not borrowed stimulus money. Who qualifies for these rebate checks? Now, let's get to the question everyone's asking. Am I eligible for this money? Here's the good news. Millions of Americans could qualify. US citizens and permanent residents are at the top of the list, especially those struggling to keep up with rising costs. The primary focus will be on low and middle income households, the backbone of America's economy, who've been hit hardest by inflation. Retirees, seniors on Social Security, SSI or SSDI, and individuals living on fixed incomes are expected to be among the first to receive payments. Families with children or dependents might even see boosted rebate amounts depending on their income tier and household size. The estimated payout could range anywhere from $400 to $1,200 per household, with additional bonuses for families meeting specific income thresholds. But here's what makes this round different. It's not just another short-term relief check. This program is being built on a sustainable funding model, reportedly backed by ongoing trade surpluses and tariff revenues. That means the government is planning a long-term benefit structure, not just a one-time payout. So if you're a working-class American, a retiree, or someone living on a fixed income, this rebate plan could put real cash back in your pocket, possibly sooner than you think. Stay tuned, because this time Washington might actually deliver. According to multiple reliable financial sources and government-linked trade analysts, the first wave of tariff rebate checks is projected to roll out between February and March 2025. These dates align with the completion of federal trade balance audits, a crucial step in verifying how much tariff revenue has been collected and how much can be safely redistributed without affecting the national budget. Once the Treasury and IRS finalize these calculations, official disbursement schedules will be publicly released. Insiders suggest that the process may begin in phases, starting with low and fixed income households, including Social Security, SSI, and SSDI recipients, before expanding to other qualifying taxpayers. This phased rollout will ensure that the system runs smoothly, reduces technical delays, and prevents fraud or duplicate payments. As for how payments will reach you, the process will follow familiar, trusted methods used during previous federal assistance programs. The fastest and most secure option will be direct deposit, automatically transferring funds into verified bank accounts already on file with the IRS. For citizens without online accounts or direct banking access, physical checks will be mailed directly to their registered addresses. The IRS will manage all coordination efforts to confirm identities, cross-check taxpayer eligibility, and ensure that only verified individuals receive funds. So if you've received previous stimulus or tax refund payments, your details are likely already active in the IRS system, meaning you could automatically qualify for these tariff rebate checks the moment distribution begins. This structured rollout is designed to make sure every qualified American gets their share of what's rightfully theirs, efficiently, transparently, and without unnecessary delays. Why this isn't on mainstream news now? Let's address the question. Why haven't major news channels reported this yet? Simple. Because most mainstream outlets wait until it's officially announced, while economic researchers and insider sources already know what's brewing. This channel, however, brings you pre-confirmed research-backed updates long before others even catch on. We don't rely on clickbait, we rely on trade reports, fiscal documents, and government briefings. That's why when we say tariff rebate checks are coming, it's because we've studied multiple resource streams, not just headlines. So if you're tired of misinformation, hit that subscribe button right now, because what we share here is financial truth before it trends. To make sure you don't miss out on your tariff rebate check, it's crucial to get prepared right now. Start by logging into your official IRS online account at IRS Govichan. Once you're logged in, carefully verify that your direct deposit information, including your bank account number and routing details, is accurate and active. The government will use this exact data to send your rebate funds. Next, take a moment to review your 2024 income tax return, because that document decides which rebate category or payment tier you fall under. The amount you could receive depends on your income filing status and dependent count. Many people miss payments simply because their previous year's tax information was incomplete or outdated. Don't let that happen to you. Once your financial information is in order, double-check your mailing address registered with the IRS and the U.S. Postal Service to ensure any paper correspondence reaches you on time. Also, stay alert. This is important because fraudulent websites and fake rebate application forms are already spreading online to exploit unsuspecting people. Remember, the IRS and the U.S. Treasury Department are the only official sources managing this program. If a site isn't a verified Gov domain, avoid entering your personal or banking details. Follow these steps carefully, and you'll not only protect yourself from scams, but also place yourself at the front of the line when the official rebate rollout begins. Millions will be rushing to check their eligibility later, but by preparing today, you'll already be ready to receive your payment without delay. The government's decision to issue tariff rebate checks isn't just an act of generosity, it's a strategic move designed to rebalance trade and stabilize the economy without creating new debt. Every time imported goods enter the United States, companies pay tariffs, essentially taxes on those imports. Over time, these collections have generated tens of billions of dollars in trade revenue, sitting quietly in federal reserves. Instead of letting that money remain unused, policymakers have developed a plan to redirect part of these funds back into the hands of American citizens, the very people whose spending drives the nation's economy. It's a form of giving back, turning global trade profits into local prosperity. By redistributing these tariff earnings directly to households, the government achieves multiple economic goals at once. First, it strengthens domestic purchasing power without borrowing or printing new money, meaning it won't contribute to inflation the way traditional stimulus packages often do. Second, it helps stabilize living standards during a period of rising prices and global uncertainty, giving Americans more room to breathe financially. This approach creates a cycle where consumer confidence grows, spending increases, and economic momentum strengthens, all without adding pressure to the national debt. That's why top economists are calling it a smart stimulus, a self-funded solution based on real existing trade income, not borrowed capital or political promises. Behind closed doors, political analysts and economic experts are locked in heated debate over the true motivation behind this initiative. Is it a genuine economic strategy designed to strengthen the middle class and return tariff-generated revenue to hard-working Americans? Or is it a calculated political maneuver aimed at boosting public approval ahead of the 2025 election season? While opinions differ, one fact remains undeniable. This move directly benefits millions of ordinary citizens. Whether it's a product of political timing or sound fiscal policy, the end result is real money flowing back into American households. For countless families struggling to afford skyrocketing rent, rising grocery bills, and soaring energy costs, this couldn't come at a more crucial moment. It's not just about politics anymore. It's about relief, stability, and restoring faith that the system can still work in favor of everyday Americans who've carried the weight of inflation for far too long. Public reaction to this policy has been nothing short of explosive. Recent surveys reveal that over 70% of Americans stand firmly behind the government's decision to fund rebate checks using tariff revenue, a move that many see as a bold, patriotic economic reset. Across social media, people are calling this the people's stimulus, applauding the idea that money collected from international tariffs should finally circle back to American households. Analysts say this plan could pump more than $80 billion directly into the economy, helping stabilize markets, reduce personal debt, and give struggling families some breathing room. Consumer confidence, which has been shaky throughout 2024, might see a powerful boost as millions prepare for potential payouts in 2025. For retirees, single parents, and low-income families, this initiative could become a real game changer, not just another promise. Imagine being able to cover rent, refill prescriptions, or stock the pantry without stress. That's the hope behind these tariff rebate checks, a relief fund built from trade profits, not taxpayer dollars. Here's what you need to know. Payouts between $400 and $1,200 per household, with priority given to seniors, low-income earners, and working families. Distribution is expected to begin in early 2025 via the IRS, backed by confirmed data from Treasury and Trade Department sources. While other channels are still speculating, we've done the digging, and our information comes straight from verified economic briefings. So if you value truth over rumors, hit subscribe and turn on notifications, because the next few weeks could bring breaking financial updates, and you'll want to be among the first to know before anyone else. This isn't speculation, it's economic reality unfolding in real time. The rebate movement is already in motion, and every new update could change what lands in your bank account next. Stay connected, because we're tracking every official statement, treasury update, and payment confirmation, so you'll know the truth before the headlines even break. Don't scroll past this, hit like to boost awareness. Drop a comment to join the discussion, and share this video so millions of Americans aren't left in the dark about what's rightfully theirs. This is your money, your rebate, your future, and the only way to claim it is through knowledge, not rumors. Stay alert, stay informed, and stay one step